Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I hope your Thursday is treating you well. I wanted to come on here because the kids are currently distracted with their dad. And I thought now would be a great time to film a video that I've been wanting to film for a while. A few years ago, I'm talking like 4, I filmed a video on this very channel, so you can go back and watch it. I will try to link it in the description. And it was basically me venting and expressing my feelings at the time of frustration with how society views stay-at-home moms and my experience. Miranda, at that time, I only had one child. My daughter was about 1.5 to 2 years old, and Miranda back then, her feelings were so valid. She was really going through it at the time. Miranda today is having a different experience because I now have 2 children, and when they say that each child is different, they are not exaggerating. I went into my second pregnancy thinking, I had a few struggles with my daughter, but for the most part, she was like a perfect pregnancy, perfect baby, all the things. Surely my second child is going to be the exact same. No. No, ma'am. That has not been the experience at all. And so I wanted to film a more updated version of my previous video, and I want to go deeper into motherhood and mental health, and all the things. So if you are interested in these types of videos, I really would appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to my channel. I am going to be posting more videos like this in the future, along with my typical content. This channel is going to continue to be a cluster of different vibes. So if you love that kind of chaos, stick around. But anyway, so in my video from a few years ago, I talked about how being a stay-at-home mom is very challenging, how you're expected to do it all the things. And at the time, I had a very easy child. Now, I still have those same expectations. I'm expected to cook, clean, parent, while also still staying up to date with myself. You see the mess in the background? I could have picked a better spot for this video, sure. But now that I'm sitting here, this is real life. This is real motherhood, because I have all the energy for downstairs, for the communal space. I make sure that the dishes are done, the kitchen is tidy. I try to put away all the toys, but let's be real. That is almost a task that can never be completed because the toys just never stop being brought back out. So I try my hardest in that aspect, but anyways, so when it comes time to come up here and tidy up, I just don't have the energy for it. I don't. And this is a perfect example of stay-at-home mom life. We are expected to have all of the shit clean, all of the people fed, all of the things done. But when it comes to our space, both in our rooms or our bathrooms, our physical space, our mental space, we just don't have the energy to take care of us. And that has actually been a topic or a point that I have really been trying to keep in the forefront of my brain. Take care of you, Miranda. Make space for you. Do a little something extra for you. Because if we don't keep our cup half full, and so yeah, shit like this, I just don't have the energy for it, because if I tackle this space, I won't have the energy for my space, So I'll get to this eventually. It'll get done. Maybe I'll tackle a little bit of it today. Who knows? But I made a priority to do something for myself, which is get myself ready. I got a cute little outfit on, and I am filming a video that I have been wanting to film for a while. So, mom of one life versus mom of two life. Let's talk about it. As a mom of one, looking back, I had time for, I really did have the time, honestly. But I was so focused on making my daughter a priority, which is what we're supposed to do, that I kind of put everything else in the back, including myself. But I put so much energy into her that now she is such a great, well-rounded 5-year-old. And so I do not regret doing that. You should be doing that. The struggle I'm having now is I have 2 children that I need to split myself up for. And y'all, they're always fighting. They're always fighting. It is such a pain in the ass. My son is 1.5. Tell me why he'll punch my 5-year-old. That's just who he is. He's throwing fists at 1 year old. And I'm like, wow, you're going to be, I need to put you in martial arts or something, because this is literally his natural space. He's very aggressive and he's very passionate. So I'm learning as a mom of 2 how to split myself up. But then it's hard because I need to put myself back together for the rest of the shit, for the household, for my husband, for myself. And that's been the struggle. Last year, I absolutely struggled with postpartum depression. I wouldn't say it was as heavy as a lot of other people or a lot of other moms who go through it, but it was definitely enough for me to be like, wow, I need to make some changes in my life. So I did discover the benefits of CBD. And last August, I started taking a local CBD for the first time. Was it consistent? No. I didn't realize that consistency is the key, but it did seem to help at the time. And then in December 2022, I got COVID, and it was all downhill from there. Now, my COVID experience wasn't awful. It was pretty easy compared to most, and we all had COVID. So the baby had COVID, my 5-year-old, we all had it. And it was pretty easy. Our household, there wasn't much struggle. It felt like a light cold. But for me, it did trigger PMS and PMDD in my body. And that was a shock for me. It was very jarring because I had, up until that point, never struggled with my cycle, ever. Heavy cramping was the most that it was. And so from January until May, I was in the darkest space I've ever been in. And I've been through some shit, just like everybody. And navigating that, on top of being a mother, a stay-at-home mom of 2 kids who like to fight, it was rough. I was having some dark thoughts, and I finally switched up my CBD to Nuvita, and y'all, the quality difference was just crazy. And then I also started implementing a PMS support vitamin called Marea, and I'll have links in the description box for both if you want to try them. I also started implementing mushrooms, a mushroom powder, into my morning tea every morning. I've since stopped doing that, but for the 6 months that I was doing it, I definitely feel like that helped bring me to the space that I'm currently in. And my current struggle is just being a stay-at-home mom of 2. It is no longer a stay-at-home mom of 2 who's also having unaliving thoughts, okay? And I'm saying unaliving because I don't really remember what the rules on YouTube are for that kind of conversation. Okay. And because that was very much my reality for like the last, from January, from January until June. Oh, I want to say like mid-May was when I finally started feeling better. Um, and I absolutely credit my Marea, my Nuvita CBD, and the mushrooms to how I'm feeling now. The Marea I take every single morning. It is a PMS elixir, and it helps with PMS and PMDD. So it's all the vitamins anyone could need. The Nuvita is just a top quality CBD. And I totally saw the difference between the Nuvita and my local CBD that I was taking. But now I'm in such a better space. I've lost 15 pounds. I actually have the patience to tackle being a mom without feeling frustrated and irritable. And I'm just in a completely better space than I was in, and I'm so grateful. The struggles I'm having now is really just trying to find balance between 2 kids, a household, my husband, society. Like, it's exhausting. And then, like, I was actually having this conversation with my best friend. The fact that this world is just so fucking crazy, like, it just adds to it, you know. Like, we just went on a trip to California back home to visit family, and I was so anxious like the whole time because right now, like, we live in a small town. So we moved from Los Angeles to a small town. Going back to Los Angeles was so scary because it is such a huge space with so many people, and just knowing the dangers of the world that we live in. I feel like moms these days, we have such a different experience than moms of previous generations because we have access to worldwide news at a constant basis through social media. And I feel like that's also detrimental to our mental health because I don't know about y'all, but for me, I can't go anywhere anymore without being scared that my children are going to be trafficked or I'm going to be abducted or some shit. You know, like, the fear is there, the anxiety is there. And if I didn't take my CBD gummies every single day, I'd be a mess. I'm already a mess. Like, so I don't know how a lot of y'all moms are living in big cities with kids, because just visiting back home had me on like a level 10 of anxiety. Not to mention like the smog and stuff. like I love where I live. The trees, the forests, the nature. So grateful to be here. But anyways, now I'm just rambling. I was wanting to keep this video a little short, but anyway, so if you are a mom who is struggling as well, you can pull yourself out of it. We can message me, comment on my video. Let's talk about it. I am here to have open and honest conversations, and I'm not afraid to have those conversations. So let's do it. Comment in the comment section how you're feeling, how you're doing. Follow me on Instagram and DM me, whatever you want to do. I am here. Nap times are my times where I respond to people. So hit me up and we can talk about it. I've got a few people in my DMs on Instagram who we're having honest conversations about mental health. Me and my best friend, we have these conversations all day, every day. And they're important conversations to have, especially if you are a mom, in my opinion, because I feel like mothers, especially stay-at-home moms, or moms in general, working moms or stay-at-home moms, I feel like we are just expected to have it all together at all times, and we don't want to be a burden to anyone else, so we kind of internalize and keep our feelings to ourselves. But that's not good. We need to get it out. We need to get it out. We need to have open conversation. This is why previous generations, there were communities. The saying is, it takes a village, and the saying is there for a reason, okay? So if you got no one, you got me, okay? So message me, comment, whatever. Let's work together here, okay? Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.